Today I'm going to drive you to some good finds. Today is for all of you car nuts. Hi, I'm Paula B with Go Sell Happy, and today we're talking about a category that I've had a ton of success with over the years as an eBay power seller, and that's what I like to label automobilia, all things automobile. And I'm going to take you through some of the items that I like to look for, that I've had a lot of success with over the years. And the reason I like to look for automobilia is because they tend to have two audiences. You have the buyer who is looking for a part for their vehicle, and you also have the collector who likes to have either their man cave or their garage decorated in automobilia stuff. So let's get started. So when you think of a man cave or even a garage, you think of people collecting sports memorabilia or fishing gear, but the automobile parts, as I said before, has been a great selling item for me. So I'm going to walk you through these. The first thing I'm going to talk about and show you is steering wheels. I keep my eyes open for steering wheels. This is a steering wheel for a Ford Mustang. So this will either go to a buyer who is looking for a replacement for their vintage Ford Mustang, or will be for somebody who is wanting to hang this in their man cave or in their garage. I do like to look for ones that have embellishments or just have some age on them and that are interesting to look at. So this is a great item to keep your eye out for. The shipping isn't too bad. They're not that heavy. The next thing I want to talk about are hubcaps, and you wouldn't think that a hubcap would be a good selling item, especially when you don't find a set of four. Let's say you find one or two or four, and I have been very surprised over the years when I have listed just one or two or an odd number and they have sold. And so even if you don't have a full set, keep your eyes out for these. They're, again, very light for shipping purposes, and you'll have some great luck with these too. The next thing I want to talk about is lighting, car lighting. And this can, yes, again, either be for the person looking for this light for their vehicle, but it can also go in a man cave, and I've seen people light these up, embed them in the wall, and they get very, very creative with lighting. And so keep your eyes out for items like this. The next thing I want to talk about is license plates. Now, they don't have to be old, they don't have to be from any particular state. There are license plate collectors who not only collect the license plate, but they make them into art pieces. For example, the video you're seeing now was in a thrift store in Palm Springs. They cut up the license plate and made it into a lamp. I've seen people make these into art pieces. They'd take, for example, this Arizona license plate and make it in the shape of Arizona, the state of Arizona. So again, these are light on shipping too. And so I always like to keep my eyes out for these. Badging. Badging is a great items, super cheap to ship, and people use them not only for badging on their vehicles, but they use them for either decorator items on top of presents. I've seen people put these on top of a present for their significant other that's into that particular vehicle, all sorts of things. So I have had the most luck finding these in all things boxes that usually have patches in them and old coins. I tend to find them, and for whatever reason, that's where I've had the most luck finding these kind of items. So this is a speaker for those of you old enough to remember drive-in movie theaters. I don't know if they're going to make a comeback or not, but either way, they probably wouldn't be reusing these. But this is a great decorator item that brings back memories to those of us who enjoyed those times. So I do like to keep my eyes out for items that are not necessarily part of a car, but having to do with a car. This is a great example of man cave items. This is a record player from a movie, Grand Prix. It has to do with automobiles, and these have been great collectible items that I've had a lot of success selling on eBay. Now, sometimes it's a good idea to look for items that are bigger. This is a great example. It's a car grill. It's very light. It may be big in shipping, but it's very light, so it won't cost you that much. And it fills up the wall space of a man cave or a garage. A lot of people paint these and decorate them and make them colorful. And so these are things I love to look for. And one of the reasons I like to look for automobile stuff is because they're usually pretty small. I can fit them in my backpack and I don't have to have a big basket with me. And so they're very versatile and easy to carry around when doing other shopping. And this is a great example. This is in my husband's garage, and it's a battery charger. It's from the 60s, 70s vintage, has a cool look to it. It does still work. So instead of having a new battery charger, he just likes the look of it, and it still works. So whether your buyer is going to be using them for their cars or putting them in their man caves, automobile items will always be hot. So I hope this helps you today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for joining me. I'm Paula B. with Go Sell Happy.